Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Jupiter placed in the 11th house in our birth chart. Jupiter in the 11th house and everything that is associated with that and everything that pertains to. So, before I get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, so you can check that out at gebotheshaman.com. I also offer a bunch of other stuff. You can see up here what I offer, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, Jupiter in the 11th house. So, in order to understand what this position means, we need to understand what Jupiter means. Then we'll talk about what the 11th house means, put them together. Bob's your uncle. We have our own analysis of that position. So, alright, so what is Jupiter? Well, Jupiter is the most positive, most beneficial planet in astrology. So, Jupiter gives the best, a lot of good results. I won't say that they're the best results because everybody gives results in their own manner. Like, for example, an exalted Mars will give you a lot of positive energy, good energy, like, stamina, vitality, things like that. But so Jupiter gives us spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, a sense of spirituality. Like, basically Jupiter wants to make us spiritually wise and make us very, very wise and knowledgeable and things like that. So Jupiter has to do with wisdom, knowledge, education, higher education, philosophy, religion, spirituality, things like that. So Jupiter is referred to as Guru in the Vedic system. So Guru just means teacher. So if you have Jupiter in a really good position, then you can become a teacher. Or you could have a really good teacher who you learn from. That's also very important. And it's important to have, to have our own teachers and to be teachers. Because if we don't have a teacher who guides us and walks us through what they know and things like that, then we're just going to kind of wander around aimlessly with no like purpose or direction. A teacher can really help concentrate our focus and push us to do and be better. So that's what Jupiter does. So then we have the 11th house. Now the 11th house is all about large groups, large network circles, large organizations, large gatherings, humanitarian organizations, humanitarian work, humanitarian efforts, philanthropy, things like that. So it's like this broader sense of society and things like that. So it's society and things like that. So, and then it has to do with traditionally it has to do with the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac pertaining to the 11th house. And Saturn rules the 11th house, I believe. well, I know it rules Aquarius, so. But yeah, there's this like duty to help other people and to, to help provide wisdom for other people, things like that. So, with Jupiter in the 12th house, or sorry, the 11th house, it's all about, we have the planet of the guru, the teacher, wisdom, knowledge, education, religion, philosophy, spirituality, and then we have that in the 11th house. So, it's going to, so the 11th house is like the house of humanitarianism, and also the 11th house is the house of gains. So if we have, displacement, we'll have gains from our guru, gains from our teacher. So, and yeah, so with Jupiter in the 11th house, we have, Jupiter all about, gains and things like that. So you're going to gain from your guru, and Jupiter expands things, so it might expand your incoming gains, which will help you make a little bit more money. However, the second house is your savings, so I would look into that, and I would make sure that you're saving and doing everything proper there. Because Jupiter can give you stuff, he can give you a lot of stuff, but if you're not utilizing that properly, if you're not saving, if you're not doing things diligently, it won't matter. So it's very important. Alright, so what else is the 11th house? 11th house is groups, large network circles. So here, with Jupiter in the 11th house, you would like to, you might like to talk to large groups and your friend circles, and you might be one of those people who organizes and teaches them, teaches like spirituality to a large group of people. You might be one of those people who is like a college professor that can talk in front of large crowds and provide like, a lot of information for them and teach them. So this placement is about teaching large crowds. It's about, really teaching, rather than like, because I would say if you have this placement in the 9th house, you could become a teacher, but the 11th house just really amplifies that and makes that teaching ability to masses of people, like large groups, large bodies of people. So it's, it's one of those people who, like, maybe you can become a motivational speaker with this one, something like that, where you're talking to a lot of people and you're teaching them and you're talking about religion, spirituality, philosophy, higher education, life coaching things, and things like that. So yeah, it's an interesting position for sure. And of course it's the house of gains. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for today. Let me see how I am on time. And I am good, so Alrighty, guys. So, yeah, that does it for me, just about. So, if you want to check out everything that I have to offer, I have my life coaching available. I have my astrology certification course available, and things like that. So I have the astrology certification course, which basically gives you your own website and walks you through how I do astrology readings, step A through step Z. It's laid out very simply, very succinctly, and you don't have to be an expert astrologer to figure out my system. You just have to do the steps. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I have my standard reading that I have to do for everybody, which basically includes like it includes your own personalized mantra, ritual, really powerful stuff that like not a lot of people know how to do. So by looking at your chart, I can actually give you your own mantra and your own ritual and tell you which planet to worship and deity to worship and all that stuff. So it's really a lot of like hidden knowledge that not a lot of people know about. So anyway, there's that. I have my Vedic astrology readings, the standard reading, as well as the career coaching, or the career reading, and the relationship reading. I have birth time rectification, so if you don't know your birth time, this is basically me finding out your birth time based on the just a few small questions that I have for you. That's it. And then distance energy healing. So if you're sick or struggling or anything like that, there's that. Career coaching and life coaching and all that good stuff. And then you can check out the Qigong courses. So those are great. They basically fill me with energy and, help me to be more energetic, and yeah, it's awesome. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.